Yeah, let's first take a look at how the Asian markets have started off this morning, and it's a relatively positive picture across most of the global indices. The Hang Seng is trading with gains of over 1% this morning. It's been a relative underperformer over the last couple of weeks. The Taiwanese index, though, is absolutely flat, and the underperformance, though, is coming from Kospi in South Korea. That index was down around about 0.5% earlier in the day, but has managed to trim some of those losses, still trading below the flat line, though. Shanghai Composite, well, 0.6% higher. The Nikkei in Japan is also trading with gains of close to 1%. So, barring the Kospi in South Korea and the Taiwanese index, which is flat, most of the other Asian indices have had a positive start to the trading day, carrying on from where Wall Street left off overnight. And pull up the GIFT Nifty, give you an idea of how our own markets are likely to start off. Well, they are extending the gains. At the start of the first tick showed around a 60-point uptick. Now we have a close to 80-point uptick is what the implied open is suggesting. So, based on where we closed yesterday, we can most likely open around about that 26,300 mark or just above that this morning. Be interesting to see whether these gains sustain, though. Take now look at how the Indian markets are likely to react this morning. Our research team is here with the trade setup, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and of course the FNO setup as well. First up, Gaurav joins in to get all the market cues that you need to watch out for today. Gaurav, good morning.
Well, good morning. When you look at Nifty, we already saw yesterday Nifty decline almost by 0.3%. So, for today, 26,300 remains a key level to watch out, and the reason being that there was a lot of active calls which were written here. And apart from that, from index wise, if you look at the performance yesterday, we saw Nifty Realty that gained almost 2% in trade, and at the same time Nifty IT was weak. It was down almost by 1.4%. So let's see if Nifty Realty could actually sustain the rally that we have seen yesterday. Apart from that, from stock point of view, we have seen NetWeb, Ola Electric, Sobha, SJVN are a few of the companies who gained more than 5% in trade yesterday. And at the same time, we saw on the losing side was Aether Energy, Sapphire Foods, Devyani, International Premium Energies, who declined more than 5%. So these are the stocks that we will be watching out specifically if there is any news flow or if there is any sharp movement in these stocks even today. Apart from that, from results point of view, GM Breweries is one stock where we will get the third quarter's result from the company. IEX, this one stock is going to be in focus because this is going to be about the market coupling case that we have seen, and Aptel is going to have their next hearing today. So let's see if any material thing comes out of this hearing. From global cues, we've already seen US and Venezuela conflicts that are going on. Now Venezuela President Mr. Maduro is going to appear in Manhattan Federal Court. So let's see if anything significant is there to read from these developments. And lastly, Zelensky and European leaders are also going to meet today in France. So let's see if anything significant comes from this as well. But all in all, from the global cues, it seems that it is going to be a positive day because Asian markets as well as US markets, which closed yesterday, were showing some green signs and green shoots in a day.
Gaurav, thank you for that update there. Over to Ria now, who would list out the stocks that should be on your radar this morning. Ria, good morning. What's on your list?
Well, good morning, Homers. It's yet another day of Q3 updates, starting off with Kotak Mahindra Bank. First, the loan growth has remained strong at 16% on a year-on-year basis. Remember, in the previous quarter as well, it was roughly 15.8%. For Axis Bank, the gross advances and total deposits have seen increases of roughly 14 and 15% respectively. For IndusInd Bank, however, the net advances have declined by 13% and even the deposits have gone down by almost 4% on a year-on-year basis. For L&T Finance, the retail loan book has gone up by roughly 20% compared to the previous year, and Dabur in its Q3 update has said that consolidated revenue will grow in mid-single digits and operating profit will grow ahead of revenue for the company. For IEX, for the month of December, the day-ahead market has gone down by 11.6% on a year-on-year basis, but the key thing to watch out for this stock will be the Appellate Tribunal for Electricity's next hearing regarding the market coupling place that is to take place today after several delays. So that will be the key thing to watch out for this stock. Apart from that, for Trent, for its Q3 update, they have announced that the standalone revenue has gone up by roughly 17% compared to the previous year. And Adani Ports has also come out with its update for the month of December. The cargo handle volume has gone up by roughly 9% on a year-on-year basis for this one. Moving away from the monthly updates, for Wari Energies, an arm of the company has raised roughly 1,003 crores for a 20 gigawatt hour advanced lithium ion cell and battery pack manufacturing facility. For ONGC, a gas leak has been reported reported at the company during operations at the company's facility in Andhra Pradesh, but no casualty or injuries have been reported yet. Apart from this, there are some management changes to keep your eye out on for office spaces. Ravi Dugar has resigned as the CFO of the company with effect from the 2nd of February, and in his place, the board has appointed Sumit Rochlani as the CFO. And lastly, for Raymond Lifestyle, Prasad Chator has been appointed as the CFO of the company with effect from the 5th of January.
Ria, thank you for sharing all of those stocks with us. Keep all of those names on your radar in today's session. And lastly, Sudarshan joins in with cues from the F&O space. Sudarshan, good morning. We cooled off ever so slightly from record high levels yesterday, but what is the F&O data indicating on today's weekly expiry?
Good morning, Harma. As you said, it's a weekly expiry day for Nifty, and if you go as per the options data, it's indicating you that market may remain in the range. And for Nifty, that range is likely to be 26,100 on the downside to 26,400 on the upside. The data indicates that expiry for Nifty is likely to be between 26,200 to 26,350. Sentiment, as far as is concerned, sentiment is looking bullish, but upside is capped for now. On the downside, don't see Nifty falling below 26,100 if you go by the options data, because there has been a call writing on the upside, while put writers are covering their old positions. As far as the flows are concerned, in the index futures, we have seen FIs buying more than rupees 400 crore. In the stock futures, they have sold, and that figure was more than rupees 2,500 crore. Now, FI long exposure remains around 11%, while on the short side, the exposure is at 89%. Come to the options data, 26,300 and 26,250 most active call options. Both these options have seen an increase in the open interest, but premium for both these options has fallen. But on the put side, 26,300, 26,250, 26,400, all these put options have seen a fall in the open interest, but premium for all these options has seen a rise. That's the reason I'm telling you that downside also is like Nifty is unlikely to fall below 26,100. So support 26,000 after, because it's the 50-day moving average, major technical level. Resistance 26,370, that's the record high. For Nifty Bank, support will be around 59,850 and resistance would be around 60,440. That's the record high. Two stocks are in the band, Sale and Sammaan Capital. Some of the stocks that I'll keep an eye on. PGI Electroplast has been seeing fresh longs for the last 2 days. It's been higher, and Prestige States also has seen fresh longs. On the short side, Jubilant Food has been seeing fresh shorts.
We'll keep an eye out on these names. Sudarshan, thank you for that update there on the F&O space. Take a